This is going to be Diego Simone's 5-3-2 in what potentially could be the best defensive tactic I have ever published. Let's get right into it. I'm a massive fan of Simeone. Let's do it. Obviously, this is going to be for PC, Xbox, PS, and mobile as well. The whole package on this channel. And with Atletico Madrid on PC, we come out and absolutely took over. We won the Spanish First Division by 10 points over Real Madrid. We win the Champions League against Arsenal in a 2-0 fashion. I'll be real, the game wasn't that convincing in terms of performance, but we got the job done the classic Simeone way. The Spanish Cup as well, we lift against Valencia in 3-0 fashion. So this season really couldn't have got any better. The only way it could have done is to obviously win the Super Cup, but unfortunately Real Madrid were a little bit too strong. But a treble in the first season with 0 signings with Atletico Madrid, I think that's quite the statement in my opinion. In terms of the stats, you can see right now, Depay comes in with 20 goals, also picking up the second highest average rating. De Paul picks up the third most assists in the league, or actually joint second with Jesus Navas. Oblak keeps the most clean sheets, and this is what I want to talk about, guys. Defensively, we were absolutely sound. Remarkable stuff from us. Go into that overview. Obviously, fewest conceded at 22 goals for a whole season. Clean sheets, 23. Again, so clear of Barcelona and Madrid. Most dribbles being made at 702. Again, it is a very counter-attacking tactic, so you are going to have this a lot. Your players will pick up the ball, try and take on players, literally run at them, try and cause them issues. Fewer shots against, meaning that we're not just sat back playing negative football, we are actually stopping the shots as well. The most goals. Very surprising we've actually got this, considering the way we're playing. Only 4 higher than Real Madrid, so it is very, very tight, but we got the job done. And also the most points per game. Obviously, we are going to have that because we did win the league. That is pretty common sense. Going over to the data hub, it is going to be 2.29 goals every single game. Only 0.58 conceded. Over 14.3 shots a game. An 89% pass completion. And a tackle-in ratio coming in of 75.96. What a start. Yeah, we had to put some real grit into win this Champions League final. The first goal come in quite late on in the 60th minute. We win the ball back very high up the field, to be fair. And it's going to be Molina into Memphis Depay, who tucks it away. Griezmann then picks it up, drives it out to the left-hand side in the 80th minute. He's going to cut it back into Hermoso, into the top left. We'll take it. Next is going to be Inter Milan, where we enjoy a very, very good season. Funny enough, Arsenal was the team that knocked us out in this scenario. But obviously, with Atletico Madrid, we went and won that Champions League final. We got revenge on Arsenal. Win the Italian Super Cup in 2-0 fashion over Napoli, and also lifted the Italian Cup in 2-0 fashion over Fiorentina. So a very good couple of Italian Cups. And the main Italian Cup is the Serie A, where we really didn't struggle at all. A 97-point tally. Obviously, that makes it 11 points gap from second place with AC Milan. We only lost 3 games in the entire season against Napoli, against Fiorentina, the 2 teams we took cups off. What's going on there? Thuram and Martinez, I'm going to say it now, one of the best striker partnerships in this game. 37 for Thuram, 22 for Martinez. Dumfries and Thuram first and second with the highest average ratings. Dumfries with 21 assists. I think that says all you need to know about how vital the wing-backs are in this system. Dumfries the most player in the matches, and it is going to be Jan Sommer, a very good keeper now. Must be getting on a fair bit. 24 clean sheets, so a very, very good performance. And going over to the points per game, we're going to dominate that. We're going to dominate the most goals being scored, the most shots for, the fewest shots against, the most dribbles being made, the fewest conceded at 19, by the way. 19. Remarkable. And also the most clean sheets. And what you're not going to have is possession. We are the opposite of a possession tactic. We are defend and counter, and win trophies. That is all we are about, and I'm happy for it. Daytime is going to be 2.76 goals a game, 0.5 conceded, which is ridiculous. 15.13 when it comes to the shots per game, an 89% pass completion, and a tackle-in ratio of 78.69, which does impress me because this tactic isn't afraid to take the odd booking. It's Simeone after all. He does love the odd tactical foul. But this Italian Cup final, to be fair, we got off to quite a good start inside of 25 minutes. A great bit of pass and play, actually. Looks very tiki-taka inspired. It definitely isn't. A great goal there from Barella to put us 1-0 up. Then it is going to be literally a couple of minutes after. Martinez down the right-hand side, driving in into Dumfries, into Thuram, and we wrap up the final before the half-time's even gone. Lastly, it's going to be Pisa. Over in the Italian Serie B, a team predicted to finish in 9th place, and we have come out and we have won the league quite comfortably as well, only losing 4 games. Quite a big advantage from first to second as well. Obviously, Parma do follow us up in the promotion party, but we come out and we put on an absolute display. Top goal scorers, second and third when it comes to the average rating, second when it comes to the most assists, that is going to be Veloso coming in. In terms of clean sheets, our goalkeeper picks up that award as well. And going to the stats, yeah, we're going to be featured in a few. The fewest conceded, I believe, joint with Brescia when it comes to the most clean sheets, the most dribbles being made. We're going to dominate that quite convincingly. The fewest shots against as well, and the most points per game. In this league, we didn't get the most goals, but we were 3 shy of making that a perfect 3 out of 3 record for the most goals being scored. But I will say, this is definitely not designed to be a goal-scoring tactic. It's much more of a defensive and counter-attacking inspired tactic. It's the Simeone way. And going over to the data hub, we are going to be looking at 1.97 goals per game. So not that many goals, to be honest with you. But what's great about this is we're not conceding a lot of goals either. So it really doesn't matter. We're still going to be very, very good in these areas. Over 14 shots a game, a great pass completion, and an even better tackle win ratio. Even with a team like this, we're absolutely cooking. 4 teams apart in the league, man. We really, really did. This is going to be a great example. A 4-0 win here, away from home as well. A great ball in from Estevez, and an even better finish from the main man. Estevez plays it inside. It's a bit of a dodgy clearance. We're going to get the knockdown as well. Torre into Pascini, and I will say, I do believe the keeper should be doing better, but it was quite a driven shot, to be fair. Let me know in the comments if I'm being too harsh on the goalkeeper. I'm not going to be too harsh there, as that is shocking from them, as we are going to go and get quite a gifted goal. Good play to win it back, but overall, that should not have happened from them. A good bit of pressing in there from the midfield player. Into Murillo. He's going to play it through. No chance for the keeper, a 4-0 win. So now, of course, over to your favourite part of the video. That is going to be the tactic breakdown. If you are enjoying it so far, please do leave a like. Helps the video out massively, and consider subscribing if you do enjoy the vibes of this video. If you do want to gain over 13 perks, including access to all 3 of these tactics, mobile tactics, console tactics, one-on-one tactic help, you get the tactics early, you get the videos early, your tactic requests get prioritised, you get access to a giveaway as well every single month. You can check out the Patreon below, where there is nearly 3,000 members. Definitely come over and check it out. It's also going to be on the screen right here. But let's go over and talk about the Superkeeper, who is going to be on defend. Nice and simple, not too worried there. So the rule of a 5 at the back. Basically, if I had these up here, that would then be described as a 3 back. But we have gone with a back 5 completely. Now, the wing backs are going to be very attacking. They are going to feature a complete wing-back on attack, on cross more often, run wide, close down more, and also mark tighter. And obviously the default instructions also means he's going to get further forwards, he's got to stay wider, he's going to be roaming about as well. And that is going to be the same for the left-back. Now, this is the one position in the team I would highly recommend you don't even consider changing, because these wing-backs need to be very attacking. They need to get involved. And if you change too much, what you're going to have is you're going to have a set of wing-backs who will contribute, but not enough. These have to be attacking and very involved in the game. The wide centre-back on the left is going to be set to the default, as is the right-hand side one as well. Obviously, as they are wide centre-backs, they are naturally going to stay wider. In the mid is going to be a ball-playing defender on cover. Very important, you've got one player a little bit deeper than the other two, just to sit back and sort of dictate that what's going on. Are there any balls coming over the top? Just a little behind of these 2 wide centre-backs. The midfield is going to feature a deep-lying playmaker on support, on close down more, and also tackle harder. A box-to-box comes in on support, on get further forwards. Again, very important you have this instruction on, otherwise he's not actually going to get further forwards, and we need that in the team, because otherwise we're always relying on this one man here, the Mazzala, on support, on take more risks, and mark tighter. He will get a lot of assists, but without this player here getting forward and helping, them goals are going to go from here to about here. So they need to be on them instructions. The deep line forward as well, on the default, on support, and the advanced forward on attack, on shoot more often. Now, I will say with this as well, make sure you have got this instruction on. I would highly recommend it, because you want your striker ripping shots off at goal. It's not guaranteed to have loads of shots in this system all the time, which is why that instruction is on. To the team instructions. So all based off the custom fluid counter on the positive mentality. We're going to go fairly wide. We're going to pass into space. We're going to focus the play through the middle. Also, we've got 3 great options in there. We're going to overlap left and overlap right to get them wing backs involved. We're also going to play out from the back, because we've got 3 defenders, 3 central defenders. It doesn't mean we've got to play all possession based. Just build up from the back and get it moving very, very quickly. Shorter, and we're going to match it with a slightly higher tempo. Of course, we are going to go with the low crosses. We're going to work the ball into the box. We're going to run at defence, and we're going to be more expressive. Now, the reason why it is this attacking is because it's such a negative formation, that 5-back line. So having these instructions on is very vital. But if you don't have this on, basically they become very stagnant. Running at defence is vital, because it's a counter-attacking style. You need to have it laid out this way. In transition, it's going to be regroup. Of course, they are far from a counter-pressing team. We're going to counter, play to the centre-backs while taking short goal kicks. And lastly, out of possession, we are going to go with the high press line of engagement, the higher defensive line. We're going to go with more often. We are going to prevent short goal distribution, so you've got the advanced forward and deep line forward up there. We are also going to set a pressing trap to the outside. We're going to stop the crosses, and we are also going to get stuck in. So a lot of instructions, but they are all needed instructions. Now, for the much needed attacking variant, let's get into it. So now this is perfect if you are trying to chase the game. Maybe you're desperate for a goal which you can't get using the default tactic. The goalkeeper remains the same. Both of the wing-backs do get a bit of a buff now, so they're going to be told to take more risks, cross more often, dribble more, run wide, close down more, and also mark tighter. The same for the right goes exactly the same for the left-hand side. The wide centre-backs are going to remain exactly the same, as is the ball-playing defender, because we can't really afford to have them on dribble more, because that would be way too overkill. The deep-lying playmaker remains the same. What doesn't remain the same is the box-to-box. We introduce a central midfield player on attack, a player dedicated to the attacking side of the game, because we are trying to chase a game, and that is much needed. The Mazzala then goes to attack on Mark Tighter, and we introduce two advanced forwards. The one on the left replaces the DLF, simply on the default, no shoot more often, but on the right, still have that shoot more often to the team instructions. So again, the fluid counter, or this time though, the attacking mentality is going to be set to fairly wide. We're going to pass into space, we're overlapping left, we're overlapping right, we're going through the middle, we're playing out from the back. It's going to be shorter. The tempo is going to be the one change we're going to be doing. The higher tempo, of course, the low crosses remain, work ball into the box, run at defence, and be more expressive. So the one change here is purely changing this tempo from this to maxed out to really take the game to them. In transition, it's going to be regroup, counter, play to the centre-backs while taking short goal kicks. And if you are using this when you're trying to be desperate for a goal, basically, in a game, you obviously need to get the ball moving quickly. Make sure it's ticked. Not too much to talk about when it comes to out of possession, so I'm just going to show you what we've done. It's basically identical to the previous one. The higher line, high pressing line, and all of this does remain the same. Again, a lot of changes were made in the player role, so that's why there's not too much when it comes to the team instructions. But the defensive variant, which you are going to need to get as well, there are quite a fair few changes. And here we go. This is now going to be a very defensive tactic, perfect for sealing up a game. In fact, I'll be surprised if you can see the goal play in this way, because it is very, very good at the back. A super keeper on the default, a complete wing back on the right, on support, on take fewer risks, tackle harder, and also mark tighter. And that is going to be matched for the left-hand side as well. We then introduce the same set of centre-backs, so two wide centre-backs on the left and on the right, and a covering ball-playing defender in the middle. This remains unchanged for all three variants. We then introduce, for the first time, a DM on support, on close down more, and tackle harder. A ball-winning midfield player just up from into the right a little bit, on support, on tackle harder, and a box-to-box on the default, on support, naturally going to be roaming from position. So we've got three players there that actually are going to be defending as well. One of them is going to be pushing up in the box-to-box. The majority of them players are going to be very defensively minded and help out this back five, meaning sometimes we're going to actually have a back seven, which is very hard to break down. We're going to keep the deep line forward, and of course, this advanced forward has to stay because we need some goal scoring threat, so that has to stay to the team instructions. So again, the fluid counter, this time cautious mentality, standard, pass into space, focus play through the middle while playing out from the back. We're not going to overlap. We don't really want the wing-backs getting too aggressive going further forwards. Shorter, we're going to keep the tempo at standard for you. That will say slightly lower. The time wasting is going to be set to frequently. We're going to run at defence because we still want to have that counter-attacking approach. We are going to play for set pieces. Be sure to download the ones from FM Scout I made because they are absolutely incredible. And low crosses. We're going to take off work ball into the box because at this point, if we do get an attack, I just want a shot at the goal because we are now set up to defend and to try and catch a team off guard to score one more cheeky goal. In transition, is going to be very simple, but yet effective. Regroup, counter, play to the centre-backs, taking short goal kicks, and you guessed it, we're running the clock down. Out of possession, we are going to go with the lower defensive line, the mid-block line of engagement, standard. We are going to prevent short goal distribution because we have still got two players up there doing their job. We've got to stay on our feet, we're going to drop off more, we're going to trap outside, and we are going to stop crosses. It's a very negative and frustrating way of playing ball, but good luck to anyone trying to score past it. Now over to console. Come on then, let's go and have some fun on there as well. We absolutely dominated on console, playing a very similar system. It's a little bit different. Again, do come over to the Patreon to get the mobile and the console tactics. They are specially made for console and mobile viewers. We absolutely, I'm just impressed with myself really. To beat Real Madrid and Barcelona in our first season with Atletico Madrid, who aren't the best on console, I will say, is remarkable. Also winning the Spanish Cup in a 1-0 game over Real Sociedad, I believe that is. The Spanish First Division, we're going to come out. Yes, we've got no players in the top goal scorers. I'm not expecting to at the end of the day. We do, however, have the most assists in the league with DePaul coming in, and the second place most clean sheets with Jan Oblak. Now, going over to that data hub, we are going to be looking at 2.34 goals a game, which is very high for this Madrid team. 0.84 conceded, just over 16 shots a game, a great pass completion, and a sweet tackle-win ratio. What a performance. Josh, can you do this on mobile? Yeah, we can do it on mobile. The Spanish Super Cup is going to be a 3-1 win in extra time against Atletico Pamplona. And also, can you guess? Spanish First Division champions. We're going to win that as well. We love to be seeing that. Morata scored 48 goals, by the way. DePaul with 17 assists, clearly the assist king. And Jimenez picking up quite a fair few yellow cards. We love it in a Simeone tactic. It's incredible on console, it's incredible on mobile, incredible on PC. Hopefully you boys have enjoyed today's video. Keep the comments coming on any tactics you want to see. And I'll see you boys in the next video.